Hi, my name's Anna and I am a first year illustration student at University of Plymouth, and I'm nearing the end of my first year, so I decided to do a sketchbook tour to show you all the stuff that I did so far. I'm going to take my shoes off for this. I have my art portfolio right here. This is actually what I applied to uni with, well, not my work, but I've still got all my portfolio stuff from A-level GCSE. If I'm being honest, I think that was my peak. I never got better than that. And that's okay. This is my sketchbook. I didn't do a very good job of decorating it. A lot of my friends have it absolutely covered. I made this sticker though, and I made that one. And this is a cute Miffy one that I got from the Plymouth Scene and Comic Fair. Okay, so these were my induction projects. I think I had 4 in the first week, but they were very easy. It was I think it was pareidolia. After that we moved on to finding faces in real life. This, I actually still really like this. I had so much fun. You had to make a drawing and put it into Plymouth. And Plymouth is known for its lovely sea, so I did a mermaid. That's out my kitchen flat window because I was running out of ideas. This is Royal William Yard, and I think that was by the coast. And then this one was also really fun. We had to take pictures of ourselves, cut them out, and then look at parts of Plymouth and just different textures and make outfits out of them. I liked that one. Oh yes, induction project. I remember being so unreasonably stressed about that project because no one had ever seen each other's art before this, so it was going to be a massive moment, or it was in my head at least. I was stressed that I would be the worst artist there or blah blah blah, so I tried hard. This one was much more fun though because we literally had a minute to do each one and no one was taking themselves too seriously. Same with mark making. I don't know if I've got a picture of we did a whole group one as well. Yes, Sheriff Johnny Flowers. That was really fun. And then we did the egg and balloon thing, and that was also kind of fun. Still a bit stressful. What is this chipped nail polish? I say that, but my nails are still chipped. Hello, off topic. Yeah, that was fun. You can see my little face with its egg, and my friend Millie, and we drew each other, and yeah, I wish that I think here I was updating my sketchbook really often and then I kind of fell off. This was one of our first actual projects of the course where we did draw yourself as emotions. Let me see if I can zoom in because I feel like you can't see that. Ooh, actually I'm scared. I don't know how to use this camera and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna zoom in on the computer later. Okay, so that was flu season. That was, I don't know if it was toothache or a bad smell. It looks like a bad smell. And then that was coffee, and we had to do it all in a different medium, so that was watercolour, ink, digital. And then drawing out, I'm not gonna lie, I did this actually in Plymouth, and then I did this in the comfort of my own home because I hate drawing in public. I hate people coming up to me and asking questions. Stop that right now. I love this project. We were told to bring in stale food without any context, and I brought in a caramel Snacker Jack, and then you just had to make it into a character, and then I did end up doing more stuff, and I actually really like this. I kind of want to go back to that. That's adorable. Would make a cute sticker. Oh, and then character design. So me and my table had to roll dice to figure out what character we were going to get, and you probably can't see here, but I had a hero archetype character and everyone on your table was in the same tribe. So our tribe was scaly, clumsy, prehistoric creatures that lived underwater. And then so I used that prompt along with being an infant hero to try and make something, and I kind of struggled to understand what the concept of an infant was. I think I liked that at the beginning, but I understood that it wasn't giving the prompt. This was getting closer to it. I think I circled elements that I liked of each thing. Oh, here it is. This was my final design in the end. And because I spent so long making this character that I really have grown attached to it, to be honest. I think I spent September till Christmas break, so that was like first semester, just completely on my little guy called Sebastian. Yeah, so I made him out of clay, and I don't have the pictures in my sketchbook because I stopped updating it, but I'll probably like chuck them on the screen if I have the editing skills to do that. Then we did poster thumbnails. Again, I did it digitally because I'm just a loser, and so I'll probably have to put that on the screen as well. I think I ended up going for this design though. Also, my friend next to me had the mother archetype, and we kind of worked around our designs so that they fit together, and that was really nice. And then we moved on to children's book illustration, but before we do that, we also learned how to do a character turnaround of our characters, so I will probably chuck that in as well. So we had about 3 weeks to make a children's book on the woods, or if you were really stuck, a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. So with that in mind, I had 3 ideas. So I started designing my characters. I really liked this project. I just wish that, I don't know, I'd done it better, but then we didn't have that much time, to be fair. We were only making dummy books, but I designed my character. This is my wolf, who's actually like a shadow monster or a metaphor of the darkness. And I sort of sketched the main scenes that she'd go through. Like, this is the nightmare tunnel, that's the forest. And I had fun with inks doing this. I think this was when I was getting in my element, because I stopped just going to digital as my first choice, and I wish I'd done that earlier. And this is my flat plans. We did 2, did it and then edited a few pages and then did it again. And this was really nice because we got feedback from our friends. Character design, I was so upset. I used like an ink pen, and then when it came to watercolouring it just became really smudgy, which was annoying. But yeah, I never did it in colour in the end, I didn't think, but I think this is how she'd look if I had done it. And then I did front cover designs. I really like that one. It's so cute. I've become so attached to it, I can't lie. I wish I did final proper illustrations. Yeah, I'll just do a cute little flip through. I mean, it's probably, you're not going to be able to see it properly, but that's my front cover. My back, don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. I kind of like that. I kind of rate it. Didn't like it as much as my thumbnail, but I was doing it traditionally and kind of too late to change it, I guess. I think I remember this was hours before the deadline, so I was like, because no one else lined it or coloured it because it's meant to be a dummy book, but I decided to be extra and I sorely regretted it, because then it looks like this is what it's meant to look when it's finished, when it isn't. End pages, and I did like the thing that I did with cutting out the text. I don't even know if that's in short, I'm just praying. Cute. This is a Zoom drawing. Every other week, or every week, I think it was Fridays, we would have online lessons through Zoom. I think this is a thing that started with lockdown, but they kept it on. And she would teach us different ways to illustrate, like spot colour illustration or using 2-3 colours. And it really helped, especially because we all had our stuff set in forest. Practice drawing trees was very good. And we also learnt different methods of like etching and stuff. I think my Zoom lessons will pop up in between pages, because yeah. More online lessons. This was like learning how to do stamp designs. And then more tree homework. This really helped. Like, I actually learned how to do bark kind of good. I kind of like that. and more unusual trees. I did actually really like this, very relaxing. Then we did collage stuff and the crash out was so bad. I'm about to take you to a page, the next page. I think I cried for like a good 10 minutes after doing it. Oh, I think like you guys might be thinking, why are you crying for? What, like it's just a drawing. But it's a Zoom lesson as well, so you're constantly trying to keep up, and this is online, they don't know what point you are at. But it was the moment where I was like, am I really cut out to do illustration? Like this, it shouldn't be this hard. But I know for a fact that 3-year-olds have done better than this. Oh, no, let me get back on track actually, rather than just shitting on my work. I think when we were doing comics, we learned how to frame stuff or use different length panels to make artwork. That was cool. And then we did animatics. So, storyboard for the animatic. I think I had an original idea. We had to choose 2 spreads from the scene. I had originally chosen, if I can find it, this bit where she goes up to the house and she gets a little bit scared. And then, and then this. Which isn't 2 spreads, I was so cheating, what was I doing? But I had a tutorial and I showed it to my teachers and they were like, why are you like going for the easiest option? There's nothing to draw in the Nightmare Tunnel. Why aren't you doing the forest? And I thought, yeah, to be honest, why am I being lazy? So I changed it to her, I think one of the first few pages, this bit and this bit. So her opening the door, blah 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 blah. And we had a professional storyboarder come in and teach us, and that was really cool. I learned about different angles and how you can use keyframes and like pan the camera along an image. I learned so much about Premiere Pro and Adobe as well. And then onto our comic, and I actually have a physical thing of my finished piece finally. So I rolled dice again to get my prompts. I had urban environment, main character meets with a friend, feels discouraged, and a true goal is revealed. So I was like, I'm gonna set it in like London, someone's gonna be going on a date, they meet the person, they're really nervous, but then it actually goes really well. So yeah, and then I did some cute little sketches, and I liked these so much that I kind of scanned them in and drew over them for some of the stuff. And then these were cover ideas. Again, we had a comic artist come in and teach us for this bit, and it was so lovely. She was really nice, and yeah, she helped me pick. I think I had a lot of love for this one, so I went for that. And the final product is here. I literally am so happy with it. This is my favourite thing I've made in the whole thing. So that's the front cover, and the back cover is like them texting, planning to meet up. I love my colour palette. It was based off the lesbian colour palette, flag. And yeah, it's just so colourful and happy and joyous. Let me figure out my zoom in again. Wish me luck. Does that work? Yes. So yeah, it's annoying that the sun is shining off it, but also I learned how to go to the print room and use like the glossy papers and whatever. I love it. They're just so cute. But yeah, literally could not have been more happy with that. This, yeah, drawing with Georgina. And then Rizzo Scout badges, which we used to go on the risograph and turn into a 2-colour thing. I went with this because it's 2 colours and it seemed easy to mix. Oh wait, I did both of these because I like them. And then as a group, everyone put their stuff together and we made a little booklet. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. And this is mine. So cute. It was really nice to have a little shared thing of some of my classmates as well. So pleased with that. And then this is what I'm working on currently. It's another like animatic flat plan of the different frames of an animation I'm doing. Oh, I've been doing it for a while. It is tough work, but I'm liking it. I was really proud of this. This is like a crisp mood board flat plan, but I think it's more clear because I actually had someone commissioning it, so I need them to be able to understand my vision. And I think that's everything, which is kind of really sad. I should have done more. I always never fill my sketchbook. But yeah, I think hopefully next year I'm gonna do a lot more in the book so that I can look back on it and not, because I know that in years to come, because this happened with my GCSE and A-level, like I do loads of stuff digitally, but then I lose that forever, and it's always the book that I hold on to and look back through, but then I'm like, oh, where did the rest of this project go? Did I ever finish it? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. Maybe if I have this video and I put the rest of the work in, I can go back to this, but I'll probably just cringe watching it. But yeah, that is my sketchbook for the year. Guys, I forgot to show you the stuff I did in print workshops. Oops. I don't have much because it's in my main drawer at uni, but this is a silkscreen workshop that I did, and I have a video of that process on my Instagram, and I think I posted it on like YouTube Shorts or something. But yeah, that was really fun. I've got etching and like dry point, which I did, and I've got the plastic sort of things that I did that on, which is cool. And then this is wood litho, which is my favourite, and I've posted the process of that on my Instagram. And I don't know if I've posted it on YouTube, but I think I was like posting everything and filming it vertically, and I just couldn't fit enough in a reel, so I wish I'd done it the other way around and I could make it a proper video. But oh well, this is like, I did 5, and I love this one because you can kind of see the grain of the wood, especially here. So yeah, cool stuff. This is gonna be like a final conclusion bit, but I haven't actually thought about what I'm gonna say yet. I guess my final thoughts on like everything that I've done so far would be, I wish I'd experimented more traditionally. I think especially at the beginning, the very beginning, I did everything on my iPad because it was like we were put in a room with loads of other artists, and I wanted to like sort of prove that I could be there, and I knew that the stuff I was good at was iPad kit art. So I just did that all the time, and I didn't see an improvement with that because I feel like I've locked into a style with that. But sort of towards the middle, yeah, I experimented a lot more. Still, not a lot of it is in my sketchbook, but I did experiment with print and stuff. And I wish I had done stuff in my sketchbook so that I could keep it more as a tangible thing. But yeah, overall I'm quite happy with it. I'm really happy and grateful that we were in every day, because it meant that I actually got stuff done. I could talk to teachers if I wanted advice. Yeah, I just learnt a lot quicker, and I made friends so much quicker. That was the best part. But yeah,